Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole and I am a recovering addict. My sobriety date is July 13th of 2015. And tonight, you guys, we are having our regularly scheduled Friday night Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous meeting. Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous. Oh wow, cool. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna share this. There we go. Hold on just a second. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Okay. Hey, Misty. Huh. Hey, Erin. What's up, girl? What's up, you guys? I'm so glad y'all are here. Okay, so, hey, Sam. What's up, babe? Glad to see you here, too. Y'all come on in. Greet your neighbor. Drop your sobriety date in the comments. And we will get this show on the road in about 10 minutes, okay? So go ahead and get yourself a cigarette, get yourself a cup of coffee, get yourself something to drink, you know. Y'all know the deal. You're working? I hear you, girl. I hear you. I worked all day today. Hey, Kim. What's up, girl? How you doing? On the road. Sam, that truck's nice, man. I was checking it out the other day. What's up, Nick? Glad to see you in here. Are you unfollowing me? I saw your post in Facebook land. I worked all day today, y'all. All day. I didn't get off until I left Hallmark at about 4, picked Nate up at 4:15, came home, made dinner, and took a little rest, and then I'm here. And I'm sharing this to Facebook. So hold on, guys. Sorry. It's okay. We're going to get back on track, Nick, next week. Okay. I was going to call you after the meeting. We are all going to get back on track next week. And I have something I want to tell you guys. We are going to start live streaming our workouts again. You know why? Because I can't even believe I let some haters get me down. I can't not even believe that I was going to let that affect me and I wasn't going to do my workouts. So we're going to do our workouts live because I'm not going to let no haters get me down. Hold on, Nate. I have to read the mirror readings at the beginning and then I'll give you my phone. Why are you a moron, Sky? Hey, everybody. I see a lot of people are joining in, so I'm really happy to see everybody here. Come on in. What's up? Well, we've been working out, you guys. We've been working out. We just haven't been working out on the live stream because I got my feelings hurt because people were making fun of me. Honestly, you guys, it really hurt my feelings. And so I let it bother me and let it get me down, which was not cool. I shouldn't have let that get to me. Okay. Let me get the, now I got to get the link. So that way, if you guys want to come up and share tonight, so I got to get the link. So hold on. Let me get that. I'm really, really excited. I'm so glad you guys are all in here. Boom, 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 bum, bum, bada, bada, bum, bum. Tomorrow I'm going to the lake, taking my little boy to the lake. I'm so excited. My mother lives in Hot Springs Village, and there's a lake. It's called, I think it's Lake Balboa, but it's real nice. Like it's a sandy beach, and it goes out into the water. And I'm still not bikini worthy, but I'm going to wear a cute little one piece. And me and my little boy are going to go swimming and have a good time. Okay, let's get that. Hang tight with me. Hang tight with me, guys. Sending. Takes a second. Okay. I'm not done yet, Nate. My son is literally counting down seconds until I give him my phone. Yeah, Leonard, Leonard, everybody wants to hear your story. Everybody does. I've been trying to get Leonard on my channel for a while, y'all. He's shy. Hi, Leonard. I don't know if it was say shy, but he's an introvert and he likes to be able to leave when he wants to leave. So, but a lot of people have asked me about him coming on the channel. The invitation is out there. Anytime he wants to come on, he is welcome to come on my channel. He don't even have to ask. That's how much I love me some Leonard. Okay. So we got 8 minutes and then we're going to start. Okay, you guys. So how has everybody's week been? Yes. There's the link to join if you want to come up and share tonight. Is my computer glitching out, y'all? Let me know. Probably. Can you please step out of the refrigerator and shut the door all the way? You done ate a bowl of spaghetti and some chocolate pudding. Now go get your chocolate pudding cup and bring that spoon down here so I can put it in the washing machine. Right. Well, I ate it all. Hey, I got you, Nikki. Hold on. Busy and grateful. Same. Okay, so I want you guys to know that I have been reaching out to a lot of young ladies. Well, most of them are girls. I have been finding them in these other recovery groups on Facebook, and a lot of the girls that I'm finding are on Suboxone, and they're trying to taper off. And so I've been inviting them over here to the channel. And so if any of the girls that I invited over to the channel are in the comment section, welcome. We're so glad you're here and you're not alone. I'm on a journey. I'm tapering too on my Suboxone. I'm down to 1 milligram, you guys. And just so you guys know, yes, Danielle, I'm glad you saw that. I was like, what? So if let me know what you want me to do. Okay, girl, shoot me a message back. Hey, Merk. Let me read. Sorry, I'm trying to read all y'all's messages. Okay. Tattooer says, check your DMs. Okay, I got you. I'm checking them now, honey. I'm checking them now. Yes, I've been seeing so many people, you guys, that are trying to get off and that need support. Okay, I got you. We'll talk about that too. Okay, I got a couple of topics for tonight. So let's go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read the Mara preamble. Okay, guys? And then we'll get started on our topic conversation today. Okay? All right, here we go. Drum roll, please. My name is Nicole, and I'm a recovering addict, you guys. And this is Mara, Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous. One size does not fit all. Do you use prescribed medications to treat various drug and alcohol use disorders? Many people who utilize evidence-based science to aid in their recovery sometimes feel uncomfortable in their day-to-day lives. Additionally, a multitude of people on this healing path have even felt unwelcome at traditional recovery meetings. We understand. At Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous, you're always welcome. Recovery is simply to recover from an unsafe lifestyle. Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous is a support group of people who believe in the value of medication as a means to recovery. We understand that our individual needs may not be the same. Our backgrounds may not be the same, and our futures may not be the same. However, our desire to live a safe lifestyle joins us together. This is my favorite part. Non-judgment is our code. Okay, now let's read the steps, and then we're going to talk about the difference between dependency and addiction, and we're going to talk about I had some comments left on the video earlier today, you guys, and some people were saying that they were struggling with their thoughts in their mind that were telling them that it's okay to use still, that just one more time mentality. So we're also going to talk about that. So we got some good stuff to talk about tonight. I want you guys to know that all of you guys, whoever wants to share, we will stay on as long as we need to for everyone to get a chance to share. Okay. So here we go. Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous, the 12 steps. Number 1, we admitted that without help, we felt an inability to control our addiction and that our lives had become unmanageable. Number 2, we came to believe that like all human beings, our power was limited and we needed to learn to let go and learn from others. Number 3, we made a decision to accept that we cannot control everything, assume a mindset of goodwill, seek the wisdom of responsible others, and discover our true voice within. Number 4, we made a searching and fearless inventory of our strengths, weaknesses, and misconceptions. Number 5, we admitted to ourselves without reservation and to another human being when we became ready and found the right person, the exact nature of our unhealthy behaviors and misconceptions. 6, we were entirely ready to listen to wise counsel and seek that still small voice within to guide us to change our behaviors which have been harmful to ourselves and others. 7, we humbly began the process of deep change so we could overcome our weaknesses. 8, we made a list of all persons we have harmed and became willing to make amends to them all and to forgive those against whom we have held grudges. 9, we made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10, we continued to take personal inventory and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. 11, we sought through self-reflection and meditation to improve our awareness and understanding of ourselves and the world around us. And 12, as a result of these steps, we became aware of our true voice within. We came to realize our purpose and helped others find theirs. Okay, so while the 12 steps and 12 traditions of Mara were inspired by AA's 12 steps and 12 traditions, they are not an adaptation. Rather, they were created specifically for this organization and should not be construed otherwise. AA is a program concerned only with the recovery of alcoholism and is not in any way affiliated with this fellowship. All right, you guys, let me get the link. I want anybody who wants to come up and share to come up and share. Let me read also the comments that we got today, all right, because I want you guys to all be able to relate to something and share about whatever you feel like sharing, okay? And yeah, just remember, be respectful of each other. Be kind. Remember that this is a meeting for anyone is welcome at this meeting. This is a non-judgmental, all-inclusive recovery support meeting. And so I want everybody to remember that not everyone is in the same place in their recovery. And so what works for somebody else might not work for you and vice versa, that we're all here to support each other. Okay. All right. So let's get into the news. Who do I sound like? What is that guy's name? That does the gossip on let's get into the news. Okay, so let me read what you guys wanted to talk about. Okay, so I got a really stopping that one more mentality kind of thinking, just like what Gary said. And then Gary, which is Barb had said, where did she leave her? Okay, what do you do when your brain is trying to get you to use? What do you do when your brain is trying to get you to use? Okay, so those are two really good topics. What do you do when your brain is trying to get you to use? And what is the difference between addiction and dependence? Okay, so like I said, anybody is welcome to come up here and share. Tattooer, there's the link. Click it and come on up. And I'll share with you guys real fast the difference between addiction and dependence. Okay, so first of all, addiction is characterized by it's addiction is a negative thing. Okay, it comes with negative consequences. It comes with negative behaviors. It's when you keep doing something even when you know it's harmful to you. It's when you get high and drunk and you know you're going to have bad side effects or consequences. Is when you keep going back to the same thing. It's like putting your hand on a hot stove knowing that you're going to get burned. Okay, with addiction there comes all kinds of different negative things that you can do: stealing, lying, cheating, manipulating, overdosing, harming yourself. All kinds of different things go along with the addiction. Now, dependency is whenever you're just like it says, your body is dependent. Okay, a lot of people are dependent on medications for blood pressure, medications for depression, medications for anxiety. And with a dependency, like, I'll use my own experience as an example for you guys. I am dependent on Suboxone. Okay. A lot of people, they don't understand and they want to say, well, that's just trading one addiction for the other, right? Destructive stuff. Exactly. Not right now. Just trading one addiction for the other. Well, the difference between addiction and dependence is when you are prescribed a medication legally by your physician and you take it as prescribed and you're no longer practicing those negative behaviors. Okay, you're no longer stealing, you're no longer lying, you're no longer cheating, you're no longer hurting your family, you're no longer hurting yourself. Now, does that mean that someone who is on a maintenance medication or can't be in active addiction? Well, of course somebody can be if a person gets on a medication for like Suboxone or methadone or Sublocade for addiction, and they get on that medication and they don't change anything in their life. Let's say they just get on the medication and say, okay, Suboxone, save my life. Then most likely what's going to happen is nothing's going to change. Okay. Whenever we get on these medications, it takes a lot more than just getting on that. Getting on a maintenance medication, you guys, to get sobriety, okay, to get recovery. We talked about this like a week or so ago, I think. Hold on. Sorry about that. We talked about that a week or so ago, where a lot of people, it's like, if you don't go and get yourself and talk to somebody and get really educated, you guys, and you just walk in and you say, put me on this medication, and you don't ask questions, you don't get educated, and you don't look for recovery support, then you're going to find yourself just on a medication. Okay. So that's why it's so important for us to get on our medication, get recovery support like Mara, get recovery support like maybe the women that are doing the morning meditation. I mean, the boys and the girls that are doing the morning meditation. Nikki has been doing a meditation in the mornings, you guys, 2 days in a row now. They have been on there for like an hour and a half each morning. And that is like their little fellowship time to start the day. These are all ways that you can like get into recovery and help yourself stay on the right path and actually make good changes in your life. But it's easy to get on. You're welcome. You're welcome, Bubby. I almost said the girls. It's easy to, and here's the thing. A lot of the times when we are in our active addiction, we just want relief, right? I know that's how I felt. Let me kind of share a little bit with you guys. So, okay. When I came out of treatment, I had 2 weeks sober from Xanax and the rest 30 days sober from everything else. Okay. And when I came out of treatment, I was miserable. All I could think about was using drugs. I was triggered. I was fiending out. I wanted to get high, right? Hey, Robin, what's up? Thanks for being here. Robin says, I am dependent on methadone, but once I take my dose for the day, the obsession and compulsion to get high disappears and the rest of my day is mine. That's awesome, Robin. That is so good. Okay, Kaylee, love you, girl. See you later. Okay, so and that is what we're trying to talk about right now, you guys. So being on a medication does not mean that you're still actively on drugs and that you're still getting high. That's what's so great about maintenance medication for addicts and alcoholics like us, is that it can help us. It can help us to where we can get stabilized and we can actually get jobs and get our kids back and be able to pay our bills. I mean, that was my experience. My experience was I came out of treatment and I wanted to get high so bad, you guys. All I could think about was my son was in foster care. My husband was pissing me off. He was sneaking off behind my back, doing drugs while I was in treatment, and I was miserable. And all I could think about was, I need to get another one. I need to get another one. When I came out of treatment, I met with my therapist and my doctor, and I got put on Suboxone, and it was the best thing I ever did. It saved my life. It saved my life. I really want you guys to understand that if you aren't on Suboxone and or methadone or whatever, that's great, right? If you've been able to get into recovery, that's awesome. But people that are on maintenance medications that are in recovery, they're also in recovery, and they also have to work just as hard for their sobriety as anybody else does. Just because I take Suboxone doesn't mean that it's keeping me sober and that it's easy for me, right? I was talking to my sponsee today. Her name is Sam. Sam, if you're in the comments, say hi, girl. And she had reached out and we were talking because this month is the month that both of her parents passed away, in the month of June. And so she was talking to me about how she had been feeling kind of triggered. And I have been feeling triggers a lot lately too. Okay. Hey, Nap, what's up? Thanks, babe. I have been feeling a lot of triggers lately too. And I don't know if it's just because of um, I don't know if it's because of depression. I don't know if it's because of anxiety. I don't know if it's because of the full moon. Earl says, Robin Jones, glad to hear it. Whatever allows you to live functionally and fulfilled at peace within yourself. That's right, Earl. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. And Nikki says, hi, Robin. I'm also on methadone. Drew says, just another crayon in the box. Yes, it's a tool that we are able to utilize that can help us change our lives. And you guys, for me, I'm telling you something right now. I have worked long and hard at coming to the point where I feel good about the decision I've made to be on Suboxone, and I feel good about where I'm at in my sobriety. And I want you guys to feel that same way. If you're on maintenance medication and you feel ashamed, I don't want you to feel like that anymore. I want you to know that there's a place that you can come here and we can all hang out and you can have recovery support with no judgment and love. Okay? That's what this channel is all about, is supporting one another, is being there to help each other through the journey of recovery. Okay? I especially want you guys to know that this is your channel, and this right now, I want you guys to feel comfortable coming up and sharing and letting us know how you're doing in your sobriety. For the longest time, I was like ashamed to share because I thought, well, I'm going to share and I'm honest. I'm an open book, and I'm going to say, no, my name's Nicole and I'm in recovery. And then I'm going to tell my story, and I'm going to get to that point where I tell everybody that I'm on a maintenance medication. And then everybody's going to say, you're not sober, or they're going to start judging me. Right. And that happened for a while. But you know what? I found my people. I found my people. I found you guys, and we have found each other. And it has been the best thing that has ever happened to me, to be able to have you guys to talk to about how I'm doing. and how I'm feeling and my recovery. It helps me so much because for the longest time, I felt like I was on an uphill battle on my own. I felt like I didn't have any support. And then I found Jeff at Mara, and then I found all the other people that Jeff knew from Mara, and then I found Merck. I found all of you guys, and then it's just like the most amazing connection to be able to have you guys and y'all understand, you know. We are all growing here, Nicole. You are the roots of the tree. At least it won't end up in death. Exactly. And you know what? I don't know what the chat was saying. Let me look up here and see what y'all were saying, because sometimes yay! In death. Exactly. And you know what? Hey, baby. What the chat was saying. Let me look up
Hold
here.
on.
Sometimes yay!
There's like, you're playing twice. I have to close something. Okay. Alrighty. Hey, girl.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, so yesterday was supposed to be my appointment with the Suboxone doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't go because I heard you have to be in like withdrawal.
Well, I mean, yeah. You need to be off of opiates to get on Suboxone.
But express symptoms. Okay, so I'm on day 20 today.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could have went and just like let them know that you've been off of it. But listen, do you not want to get on some? Listen, you have to make this decision. I know this is what's going on with you, Sky. You're back and forth because you don't know what you want to do. So talk to me.
Well, no, okay. I did tell my pain management doctor that I'm not coming back, and that was huge. Okay, I was supposed to go back Monday.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Well, it is. But see, he'll take me back anyway. So it's not really etched in stone. And it's not that I don't want to get on subs. It's just I'm doing so well with just a little bit of kratom.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's okay.
I just want to, and the money's the money is a factor too. But see, what could happen with the kratom is that I could end up needing more if I'm going to end up spending $200 a month on kratom. So, the subs would be more of a, like I need the blocker. I don't have the patience to use on Suboxone. Like you have to stop and then you suffer for 3 days. Like a close friend of mine does it all the time, and she doesn't work a program or anything. And I can't be bothered to do that.
Right. So it's a hassle.
It is a hassle. But I'm always honest. And yeah, maybe I'm leaving the door open. If I wanted to relapse right now, it would be very easy.
Yeah.
But see, not as easy as it was if they were in my house.
Right.
I'd have to make an appointment, which would be probably a 3-week wait or a month. And by then I have the tools to get over it, to get over that craving. So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
I wish you had went to that appointment. Just even if you didn't get on Suboxone, you could have sat and you could have talked with the doctor, and they might have had another suggestion. Maybe they would have had you do outpatient video chats with them if you didn't want to get on it right away, and kind of like see if you could have an outpatient treatment through the Zoom. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm thinking about the outpatient so that I have to bring urine.
There you go. That's great. That's a way for you to be accountable.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Lab Girl said, what about Vivitrol, the Vivitrol shot?
Do you know Nicolina Danielle channel?
Yes. Long dark hair?
Yes. I know everyone's different, but it caused her severe depression.
Okay.
And I have enough trouble with depression right now. I'm finally feeling better with the Lexapro. Lexapro's kicking in. I haven't had like any emotional breakdowns in a few weeks. which is totally rare. So I took that meditation retreat last weekend, and we did a lot of meditating, which is really hard for me because I'm ADHD. It's hard for me to sit still, but I did. And normally in the past when I've meditated, I have a huge emotional release, and this time I didn't at all. So now I can't cry. So,
well, that's okay. I mean, listen to me. It's up and down, man. Up and down. Like some days I'll be very emotional and some days I'm not. You know what I mean? But most of the time I'm emotional. 99.9%.
No,
I just want you to follow through with one thing. Just pick one thing and follow through with it, whether it's the outpatient and have somebody that's giving you the urinalysis. That's a great way to stay accountable. Yeah. It's also going to help you because you're going to be like, okay, it's going to have somebody for you to work up and show like, look, I am completing this. I'm achieving this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah. You're right. So I do a daily gratitude list every night, and I was never into that. I'm doing the exercise. So if it's not the workout, because I don't, my day ends at 5, sometimes 10 after 5.
You've already got 20 days sober, right?
I do today. Yes.
Damn. See, you're doing great. I mean, you can do, that's the thing. You can get there. You can get the day sober. I've seen you do it before. What was it last time? We were on
28 days.
You can get the days, girl. We know you can do this. We know you're totally able to do the damn thing.
It's a mind, the thing you were saying about the thoughts, I could easily trick myself into thinking that I could handle it just because I had them in the house, the whole, but what I have to remind myself is that they didn't work anymore.
Right.
Even if they affected me in a high way, it wasn't a good high. I would get emotional, irritable, and sleepy. I don't want to take anything that's going to make me sleepy. If it's not going to clean my house up and down, the hell do I want it for? I want energy. I don't want to sit there and nod out. I mean, that was never what I liked about it. And it's like I'm older now, so it's the way it works changes. So
you look really pretty today. Your hair looks good.
Oh gosh, thanks. I let it dry naturally.
I like it curly like that.
Thanks, girl. Yeah, it's a little frizzy, but
no, it looks good.
And the roots, God, you should angle this so you can't really see my roots.
You look good. You look good. That's why I mean, you really do. 20 days sober is a big deal, man.
It is. I've been waking up every night like 3:30 or 4. I toss and turn for a couple of hours. But my sister made me an amazing essential oil roller ball for restless leg syndrome, and it works. It's got like 16 different. It's got tons of different ingredients. She made it, and I'm telling you, it works. But what I don't have anymore is that gloom, doom, depression when I wake up. It's more like work dread because I hate my job so much. But that's going to come to an end.
That's your next thing you need to do.
I might
not have. If you're not happy working, it's like it makes stress. It adds stress onto you, and then stress can be a trigger to go get high.
Definitely. I was going to talk a little bit about codependency and self-forgiveness, but I'll wait till later.
Let me hear what you got to say, girl. Tell me what you got to say.
Right now?
Yeah.
Is anybody waiting to go?
Nope. You got the whole floor, girl, all to yourself.
All right. Well, seeing that I can't cry anymore on Lexapro, I think I can tell the story. So,
I wish it had that effect on me. I've been on it for like 3 years now, and I still cry like a baby.
That's okay. Crying is a release. It's good.
Yeah.
You're healing when you cry. So I went to rehab in 2014. And when I got out, I started going to meetings, and there was a guy from work there, Chris. And he had a very, senior level position at my job. I had no idea that he was in recovery, and I was psyched because I always liked him. So it like made me look forward to going to meetings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He was an alcoholic though, just alcohol. And he had 14 years sober. Well, he relapsed. And I instantly thought, oh my God, he's going to jump right back. He had 14 years. This is just a bump in the road.
Right.
But we became such good friends that I became like the caretaker. So the first time he relapsed, I literally climbed through his window to make sure he was okay because, you know, I hadn't heard from him, blah, blah, blah. That was his MO. He would go dark.
Yeah.
So he was the type of alcoholic that would literally, after 2 sips, it would be a full week of drinking. He was the most non-functioning alcoholic ever. So once he started, it was all over. Everything would go to shit. So what I would do is I would literally stay at his house because it was so bad that after 5 days, he would either have to go to the hospital and detox or he would have to go to rehab. Like that's how much he would drink, to the point where he couldn't physically drink anymore. So it was never more than 5 days of drinking. So when he would relapse, I would prop myself over there. And in a way, and of course, by then we became more than friends. And that was mostly me, really not him. He was like the total gentleman and wanted to wait. And I feel like I preyed on the situation a little bit. Like he was vulnerable and I wormed my way right in there and somehow got off on this caretaker role.
Girl, I used to do the same thing.
Like I felt needed.
I was Captain Save-A-Ho.
Oh, Jesus.
And then I bought a dude a car before because I wanted to save him so bad.
Oh, I get it. Believe me. So this went on for about 18 months. He would relapse. I would take him to rehab or detox. He would get sober. 3, 4, 5 months. It would happen again. I would stay there because I would work from home there. And he was a harmless drunk. It was like hanging with Lenny from Mice and Men. There was no, okay. You know, he couldn't make a fist if there was a home invader in the house, you know? So in June of 2016, my dad passed and Chris was still sober. And in July, he relapsed. So I was like, here we go. You know, I was starting to get like, I needed him now. I was grieving my father. So same old routine. I planted myself there. I got him into Mountainside again. And it was a Tuesday evening. So we were in the car. And like his buddies from AA were actually in the picture too, helping. But I somehow I ended up bringing him. So we were in the car, and he said, I don't want to go. Turn around, which he always said on the way to rehab, which I always ignored. So that night, I didn't have it in me anymore to. He asked me a few times and I just pulled a Yui. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
So I brought him home. I got him in the house. And I left him a note and I said, because I was leaving. Now that's another thing that was completely out of character. I never left him alone when he was drunk because he would fall down, like boom, fall down and break something.
Yeah.
But I left. And I left him a note and I said, you know, there's a room waiting for you at Mountainside. You know, find another ride. So the next day, you know, like at 6, I worked the next day. I didn't even think about him all day. And then I drove over there to check on him like I usually do because there was no reaching him by phone. And I walked in the house and I saw him lying on the ground. And my first thought was, oh shit, he fell, right? And I got close and I noticed like his coloring was off. And this all happened in like a matter of seconds, but I'm like breaking it down. So my next thought was I have to touch him. And my heart was pounding out of my chest. I could hear it in my ears. And I touched his leg. And it was ice cold. And my heart stopped beating. Like it stopped. And I knew he was gone. But I called 911 and they were walking me through what I can do. Even though I knew he was gone, they didn't. So I felt like I had to do everything that they said. And I was trying to give him mouth to mouth and there was blood and I couldn't flip him over and all this was going on. And then the police arrived and the ambulance and like they instantly made me leave the house. And the policeman came outside and he said, you know, I need to ask you some questions. And I said, I looked at him and I went, well, like I was still holding out hope that he was alive.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, he's dead. He's dead.
What happened to him? How did he die? Did he have a heart attack?
No. Well, he was, you know, a hardcore alcoholic, but we didn't get the autopsy results for 4 months. So I'll get to that. But
okay. Sorry.
The bottom line was my life just shattered into a million pieces because I was afraid of that happening for a year and a half. And there was times that I did save his life because, you know, he would be so unconscious. I'd call an ambulance. One time he was on life support. And I just like, I lived with that guilt. I didn't work for 4 months. I was completely like, oh my God, you know, they made me get in the back of a cop car because to them it was a crime scene. You know, you have a dead body. It was just, and then they saw the alcohol and the ambulance people the EMTs were like, oh, we've been here before. They saw my note and they kind of put it all together and they let me out of the hot car in the middle of July. And that was that. But that is what, and then obviously I relapsed.
Yeah.
But that was like the catalyst for me going on this like quest to heal. You know, I went to Costa Rica and did ayahuasca. I did iboga. I did EMDR. I did so many different therapies for trauma and the psychedelics, to be honest, were like the most effective. But we found out 4 months later that the cause of death was acute tracheitis which means it burst, due to Staphylococcus aureus, and so that's staph infection, and group B strep. He also had thyroid cancer and never knew.
Oh, wow.
So I'm not saying the alcohol, I mean, it wasn't the cause of death, but it was a perfect storm.
Right.
So, oh, damn, I cried. I didn't think I would, but.
Oh, you broke through the Lexapro.
I'm still human.
Sorry, I had to shut the door because the dog.
No, that's okay.
My dog goes in and out.
So my point in telling this story with the whole codependency thing is that if I wasn't healthy then, you know, I just felt like I tried to play God and save his life, and it was really taking a toll on me, especially before my father died. My dad had Alzheimer's, and I was trying to like be there for my family and take care of Chris at the same time, and it was really, really draining. And I would never put myself in that position now. I don't even want to date until I have a year. I just, I have no.
I was the same way though. It gave me my identity when I was helping this guy that I was with. Same situation, kind of. He's also passed away also, but it gave me my identity to be like his savior. You know what I'm saying? Like I got validation through that. And that's why, like, even here with my channel, like yesterday, I took the night off because I'll even find myself getting that way with you guys on the channel. Like, it's almost like it is my purpose to help people, but there's a fine line between doing that and then being like, I can't do
We're not
things to help people.
Yeah.
And that's what was happening is like I was trying to save, same situation, but the person I was trying to save didn't care to be sober, didn't even want to go to treatment or anything. And so it was constant, like me going to try and save them and it not happening, and then us fighting, and then him getting high, and then I would get high. And so it was just like a constant toxic relationship, just circle jerk, It's
very common. I mean, but he was everything I wanted in a man, except for the savage alcoholism, obviously. But it was,
yeah. It was. I understand.
But all right. So I had a revelation in my Iboga journey, and basically, one of my questions was, what was his role in my life? And it was his death. So it's like he had to die for me to really live my best life. If he never died, I would still be climbing through his window to make sure he was alive.
Right.
I would not be evolving. I would not be practicing self-love. And, it took me it'll be 4 years in July. And it has literally taken me 3.5 years to not carry that heavy pit of grief. It was the hardest thing that I have ever experienced. And, it's true. I'm much stronger now. Like nothing can really take me down now. That, I had night terrors. Thank God my roommate, he's like my brother. I mean, I thought night terrors were for toddlers. But I saw nothing but his dead body for 3 years. It's like and then food started. Sometimes food would remind me of the taste when I gave him my mouth, like the metallic type, like the iron from the blood. I don't know, but
that's a traumatic experience, girl. I've never walked in and found anybody dead. That's traumatic.
Well, it was. I know. It definitely, it completely ruined me. As much as it built me up too. So,
well, sometimes we have to we got to get chopped down so we can build ourselves back up, and become the people who we're meant to be.
Yeah, definitely. It's just been, and I didn't have the most supportive family. Well, half of them were, but my mom and sister don't know how to deal with. They're like, it's been 6 months.
You should be over this by now. You should be done grieving by now.
You've got to feel better. No kidding. If it was a damn button, if it was that simple.
Everybody grieves differently, and it takes some people it takes longer to grieve the whole grieving process. It's not an easy process to go through at all.
It's
at all.
Yeah.
Whenever I lost my best friend, and I was in my active addiction when she died, and she had taken her own life, and I went off the deep end in my addiction. I started shooting up. I was on a spree to kill myself, right? And it just got worse and worse and worse. And it took me probably a whole 2 years to get through the process to where I finally like could see pictures of her and think about her and not cry, where I could actually smile and remember the good times we had together and remember what an amazing friend she was to me, you know?
Yeah, it takes a long time. It does. It does, but I am definitely at a better place.
And you know what else helped me? Going through treatment, and they had me write a letter to her. I wrote a whole letter. It was probably 2 or 3 pages of how I felt about the fact that she took her life. And like I was crying, yelling at her, telling her that she was selfish, all these things. And then I had to write her a letter of me saying goodbye. And then I had to write a letter of what I thought she would say to me back. And they had me sit in the middle of process group in rehab with somebody sitting across from me that was supposed to be her, and I was me. And I read the letters to her, and then she read the letter back to me that I thought she would have said.
That sounds like constellation therapy. That sounds like family constellation therapy.
It was awesome though, because it was like I felt like somehow her spirit was in that girl and she was talking to me through her.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it was crazy. I could think about it and I see her I'll be driving in my car and like a song will come on by Matchbox 20 and I will feel her in my car. Like I know that she's with me. I know that she's watches over me. Like it's so crazy, but it's like now I know that what happened for a reason. And now, you know, it's just so crazy that death, especially when you lose somebody tragically like that, like Chris dying and then her killing herself. It was just mercy.
I tried I tried to Reiki the alcoholism off him. I tried to, essential oil blends, energy healing. Like I was so desperate to save him. And then the one night, I'm not like, I thought the world was punishing me, but I finally got to the point where you can't forgive yourself for something that you didn't do.
Right.
Like, I didn't kill him. If I was there, I could have watched him slowly die, and that would have been even more traumatic.
Exactly.
There was definitely no saving him. Once your esophagus burst, he was in sepsis. He was a complete wreck. He had so many issues, But that's being sober now, I was really numbing the feelings this whole time. I had, I definitely have grieved him, but when I was out of work that 4 months, I was using a lot. I was not focusing on healing. And then when I had to go back to work, I'm like, I'm not ready. Like, everybody thought I would just go back and, be over it. And I cried so much at work. I cried so much that my colleague, they didn't even notice anymore. They'd be like, Jane, you going to the meeting in 10? I'd be sobbing at my desk. Like it was a normal there. It was just a normal.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't deal, but it definitely has gotten easier. And I do feel I'm much stronger about it.
Well, you know that here on this channel, it doesn't matter what you choose to do with your sobriety, whether you choose to get on a maintenance medication or whether you choose to do abstinence, or whether you choose to go to another country and have them put you on some kind of spiritual thingamajigger. We want you to just we support you no matter what. And that's the whole thing I want everybody to know that we support everybody no matter what your pathway is to recovery. So, I don't ever want you to feel like I'm pressuring you to like get on maintenance medication or anything like that. I just want you to do what's best for you, and only you know what's best for you. Just like I'm the only one who knew what was best for me. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
It really is. It is a process. It took me over 10 years to get to where I'm at today, to realize that I needed to get to help myself, because I had tried everything. I had tried. The only thing I haven't tried is going and getting on ayahuasca or something like more of a spiritual journey like that.
Let me tell you, I'm not pushing psychedelics at all. I don't recommend them. That you've got to come along that way on your own path. If people do that ayahuasca and stuff to get high, you might as well just bend over, because it is not fun. It is the hardest emotional work you'll ever do. It's physically challenging, emotionally and mentally. It could really fuck you up if you're not prepared.
Yeah, I've heard. I've seen it. I've seen it before on TV, actually.
It's not fun, it's not fun at all. But anyway, girl, I let me hop off so somebody else can share.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
love you. Thanks for sharing. I always love having you on, girl. You do what you got to do, though, okay? Just let me know. You know that I'm here to support you. I think it's a great idea, the outpatient and the accountability with the drug test.
Yeah.
I think that is a great idea.
I need it.
If you'll just freaking do it.
Yeah, I know.
I love you, girl.
I love you too. Bye.
You know how to bust your balls, okay?
That's okay.
Bye. Hey, Candy. What's up, girl? I see everybody. Can one of the moderators do me a favor and grab the link and post it again for me? It's up here at the top of the comment section somewhere. So that way, if anybody else wants to come up and share, all they have to do is click that link. It's up here. It's a StreamYards link. Let me see if I can find it. But speaking of codependency, I can totally relate to what Sky was talking about, you guys. I used to be the world's worst. And like I was telling her, it's because I would find my identity in helping others and pulling myself in. You want to know why? It's not like that now. Like now I do this because it helps me stay sober. And also I waited 2 years until I started actually helping others. So I got to know myself first. I actually got some recovery time underneath my belt. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get it. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I got some recovery time underneath my belt, and then I started helping others. But if I had just started right away, what would have probably happened, you guys, is I probably would have found myself doing the same thing I was doing in my addiction, which was being codependent. And that's exactly what that was. I would throw myself into somebody else's life. I would try to rescue and change that person. And I would have the best intentions, you know what I mean? But I wasn't doing anything to work on myself. It was just me being focused on somebody else's life. You know what I mean? Okay, so hold on, guys. I'm trying to go to where we're at right now so that way I can actually find the link. My son has my phone. That's why I needed you guys to help me with this. Hey, Nate. Where's that damn video? Hold on, guys. Why can't I find it? Oh, well. Okay, hold on. I got to go grab the phone from Nate so I can drop the link for you guys. Hold on, guys. Hey, Nathaniel. Hey, buddy. I need to use the phone real fast. I'll get right back to you. Okay? Okay, I dropped the link. I dropped the link. Did y'all get it? There it is right there. Okay. I used to be the same way, just so you guys know, and I can still find myself in that codependent relationship. That's why I have to be really careful and make sure that I'm taking care of myself, that I'm doing the right thing, that I am working with somebody else that helps me stay accountable. Okay, thanks. Nicole's a good mom. Thanks, Eric. I love you, man. Appreciate that. Okay, there's the link, you guys, whoever wants to come up and share. Carly says, I'll have to rewatch this. I'm so codependent. It's disgusting. The only thing I know how to be is a wife and a mom. Addiction took both of those from me, so now I don't even know who I am. Well, Carly, let me read that again. Carly says, I'm so codependent, it's disgusting. The only thing I know how to be is a wife and a mom. Addiction took both of those from me, so now I don't even know who I am. Well, Carly, let me share something with you, sis. When me and my husband got sober, the only thing I knew how to do was follow him everywhere. The only thing I knew how to do was be his wife, and I was learning how to actually be a mom. And when we first got sober, I didn't want to leave anywhere without him. I didn't want to go by myself. I didn't want to be around people without him. And so it took a lot for me to get to a point where I am doing my own thing. Real talk recovery is a way that I'm doing my own thing. I had to break away and get out from underneath my husband's shadow. And now I have my thing. And so you can do it too, girl. You can find yourself and have your thing and not just be a mom or a wife. You can be Carly. If I can do it, you can do it. What up, girl?
What up?
Tell me what's going on, sis.
I'm fanning.
I love that. That's so cool.
Hot flashes.
Same, girl. It was 100 degrees today.
Yeah, it was, I think, 85 here. It was warm.
Uh-huh.
But, went out and did some yard work and some trail work and popped in on the morning Zoom meeting that I got your invitation to.
How did that go?
I loved it.
How is this? I want to hear all about it.
I mean, I could only pop in for a few minutes while Brent was doing
how many of you guys
maintenance.
were there in there? How many of you guys were there?
Merck was there. Nicole Cummings was there. Bubby Drew was there. Oh, who else did I reckon? There was a bunch of us.
You guys, that makes me so happy that y'all are that they're doing that. So for anybody that doesn't know what Candy's talking about, Nikki has been doing a morning meditation and on Zoom, and so everybody is able is welcome to come to that. I'm sharing the Zoom link on our community tab, and Nikki's also sharing it in the Patreon chat and the members only chat, and I'll start sharing it on Facebook too. But I want you guys to know that Nikki's been doing that, which is freaking amazing. That's so cool.
And if I can figure it out, I'll pop it in on my pages too.
And you know what? You can even do, Candy, since she's doing that on Zoom, if you want to, you can start doing a nighttime meditation on Zoom, or you can do it on the Facebook group if you want to. Or on your Facebook group and then share it to ours. Whatever you want to do.
I'm going to put this stuff up here in the mask. We're going to clean that out tomorrow.
You froze on me.
Tell me something else. Tell me something else good.
You still there?
Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
I need you to move.
Well, you know what? I'm trying to do something.
Not right now, you're not.
Wow.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
I hear you fine. Yeah, I hear you.
Your camera froze up on me though.
Mine did?
All I can All I can see is you scratching your head.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, okay. So tell me how your recovery's doing, and then share a little bit with us about some codependency.
Oh Lord, how much time do we got? 6 hours? 8?
No.
I'm sure I could do a whole 6 to 8 hour speech on codependency.
I know, right?
No, it's not so much in my recovery now, which 602 days, everybody, you can throw your claps up or whatever you want.
I'm proud of you.
I take praise. I take praise.
Don't be loud.
Then shut the door.
No, they have the window open, so calm down. They don't get your windows open, and that echoes as loud as you are.
Then
So
shut the
I
window.
didn't want to fucking. No, I'm not gonna roast. You can calm it down.
All right. Taking this road show on the road.
Okay. So 602 days sober.
Yep.
And how has your week been going?
And I'm in a much better spot with my mental health because I'm away from the toxicity.
Good.
So, all right.
Where are y'all staying at?
What?
Where are y'all staying at?
We're still at his dad's. We're
Okay.
We're staying in the camper, which his dad just pulled out for us today, so we could. If I go in there, I'm not gonna have any light. Where am I gonna sit? Somewhere. I'll sit on the lawn. As you can see, nature behind me, everybody. See?
That's great.
Nature.
So y'all are living with your dad. Tell me something else.
Living with his dad. So now we
dad.
have electricity. Now we have electricity in the camper, which means now we have our own refrigerator, our own freezer, lights. You know, come and go as we please, access to the four-wheelers. It's a complete 180 it's a complete 180 from what I was in, and you know, my whole treatment team has noticed the change.
Good. Well, listen, Candy, I'm just glad that y'all aren't having to live in a tent. You know?
Every one of them has said
and you have a roof over your head.
Better, I look better. I know I feel better.
Good.
Now the
and
next
that's because you were in a toxic situation.
A very toxic situation. A very toxic situation. To which, here's some funny news. Apparently, my stepfather is going around telling people that he had no choice but to throw me out of his house because I relapsed and I was using drugs again.
Girl, don't worry about that. Let him talk. Let him talk.
I just laugh because I got to pass a talk screen every week and I haven't failed one yet.
Don't even worry about what they're saying.
I said if it makes them feel better that they had to come up with that for an excuse so they can sleep at night, whatever.
Right. You're doing a great job, Candy. You just stay sober and don't worry about what other people think. Especially who cares what they say? You know? When are you going to start? Are you recording on your channel? Are you uploading videos?
I have been. I really, really want to address the, Black Lives Matter and all of that because.
Girl, not on this channel. Not right now. Not on my channel. You make it. I support that, but I don't want to talk about that on this channel right now. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand me?
I don't know how to put it into words, so until I can figure that out, I'm not going to jump into it.
Don't. Because here's the thing. A lot of people are hurting right now, and we don't want to say something to make it worse. So what I'm doing is I'm just letting the people that I love know that I care about them and that I'm here to support them. Tattooer, I see you, bud. Oh, poor Candy. She's out in the middle of the Maine woods, y'all.
Hey,
okay, let me get Tattooer up here. I see you, bud. Hold on. Just hang tight and add you in here, okay? Oh, it's my damn.
The fact that I'm able to have a connection at all is amazing. Yep.
There we go. There we go.
That's what I've been doing, and I'm actually.
Yeah, Brad, exactly. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get you on here. My computer's literally free, guys. I'm sorry.
You know, I'm sleeping better. Just everything is better for me.
That's awesome.
Come on, computer.
Sleeping better.
Sleeping's what?
No, I'm not having sound problems. I'm just wanting to add somebody on.
Hey,
So
we're having a recovery menage a trois.
No.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Anybody. I just want to add somebody on. There.
Excuse me.
No. Do you hear her over there screaming and yelling? Hold on, let me get her ass off here. There we go.
Yeah. Sleep's the last to come, man.
Do you hear her over there screaming and yelling? Hold on, let me get her ass off here. There we go.
Yeah. Sleep's the last to come.
Can you hear me?
I can. Keep talking.
Okay. Do you have a TV or something on? Lower your volume in the background.
I'm doing it.
Okay. There you go. You're good. You're good.
Okay. Cool. It was your channel.
Talk to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yay!
The Lady Sky. The Lady Sky, man, her story has a huge impact. Like, America hit this scenario in which they deemed it an opioid epidemic, but there were a whole lot of companies involved with that, and that's a lot of litigation, and that's their business, and none of us are going to get their money, period. I often wonder how pharmaceutical companies can put out that kind of funds and never reach a young mother. Like, how does that happen? Like, how's that happen in America? Like, we put a bunch of stuff on media, but we don't help actual people. Like, that's frustrating, you know?
I know.
And I've helped so many people through opioid. It's basically aftercare. I mean, it's terrible. Like, my whole neck is titanium.
Tell me, remember how you had commented about dependency and addiction? What were you going to tell me about that? Tell me what you were meaning about that.
I think there's a variable. Well, I realized, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I was sitting in a doctor's office one day and I was like, oh my goodness, if they do not prescribe me this medication, I'm going to be horrifically sick. Because I had relatives go fill a prescription before and then take it because I had just had a surgery and my general practitioner had prescribed me something, so they thought I'd be okay, you know, but they were taking the drugs. So I went straight into full-on withdrawal, like 200 milligrams of morphine sulfate and 60 milligrams of Norco a day. You know, so I went to full-on withdrawal, and I didn't even know what that was. Like, I had no clue. In my mind, I had no clue that you could take a drug that would be so on your system that once you stop taking it, you're sick, and nothing can help you except more of that drug or some kind of substitute. And I was like, wow, or I had no choice. Either I could do that or I could prosecute my family.
For stealing your pills,
and I'm not doing that.
Tell me this. When you, because I know when did you go and get them refilled? Are you still on them, or have you been able to get off of them?
Oh, I'm off, man. I've been off 6 years, man. I'm good.
You
I'm good.
are off of them, and so is who's the other guy that comments more smoke, because he's also gotten off of opiates also,
Yep.
and he
Yep.
had for a kind of a similar reason for
I
pain
talked
also.
him. I talked him off of the Norcos in the end. More smoke. I talked
That's
him off the
right.
Norcos through Instagram because I got
So there,
I got a real compassion for that, man. Like it's awful. Like my wife died. Like, and it wasn't because of drug abuse or anything like that. She was a cancer patient, and she died in the bed next to me. And I was so bad. It wasn't like I was a drug addict. Man, my whole neck's titanium. I was recovering from like 7 cervical vertebra fusion, and I woke up and I was like, "Holy damn!" And matter of fact, anniversary of her death was yesterday. You know,
oh
so I have a
wow,
lot of
how long is
compassion for. I have a lot of compassion for like anyone who blindly goes into any man or woman that writes you a prescription and you think that it's not that they're benefiting from it legitimately, but if you don't realize it's the same road. Dependency, addiction, it's the same dead end street. Like you are going to be the same sick as a guy with a needle in his arm as you are with a pill bottle in your hand. And if you let that go, you're not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
yeah,
not.
I hear you. Oh,
But
are you telling me I'm not paying attention?
no. I'm
Oh, I was
saying
like, yes, I am.
the human race is not paying attention. Like it's the same race. Like if you're taking Oxycontin every day, I tell people, like I've helped so many people and I've weaned them off and I have helped them get clonidine in their area to try to lower their anxiety and stuff like that because it's just rough, man. And I've helped people with like restless leg syndrome because it's very, very tough. And you're emotionally struggling when you're coming off of an opioid like that. Like, I mean, you're struggling and you
Yeah.
can't sleep. I didn't sleep for 6 weeks for more than 2 hours after 7 years of prescribed medicine. I never ever took more than one pill more than I was supposed to. I never did it. So it
Yeah.
wasn't that I like, was buying this off the street or anything like that. But the reality of it is that regardless, we all end up on the same end of the street. And
Right. Yep.
and so
Yeah, like I'm
it
going to go through when I get off Suboxone. Hopefully, if I get down to a low enough amount, hopefully I'll be able to walk off kind of painlessly. But even I'm not. I hope that I will be able to do that, but I'm not sure because I've never walked off of it before. But I'm
sure.
trying to get down as low as I can so
Yeah,
I
you're
can
on
have the
one
best
milligram. You're doing good,
experience.
mama. You're doing good.
You know
You're
what I
on
mean?
1 milligram. Yeah.
1 milligram. And I'm telling
Good
you, I'm
girl.
trying so hard to just go slow, 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 because
It's
that's what
better to do
people tell
that.
me. They say the slower, the better. And so, but I'm going to like when I do it, I'm going to videotape the whole thing. I'm not going to shut the camera off. Like I want you guys, y'all are going to be on the toilet with me if I have diarrhea.
Yep.
Y'all are going to be in the bed with me if I'm
Hmm.
sweating. Y'all,
Yep.
I want to show everybody everything
Yeah.
because
Let me show
I
you the
I
truth.
want to know, I want to see it for real, because sometimes I feel like some people, they either over exaggerate or they don't tell the whole story. They don't tell you that they jumped off of 24 milligrams cold turkey. They tell you I tapered and then they really didn't. And I'm looking at them and they're sick as a dog and I'm not understanding why they're so sick. So that's why we have gone through this whole taper together here on my channel. And that's what we're going to
Good.
do when I get completely off. We're going to go through it all together.
Good. I think that's smart. It lets the general public know what you're dealing with. Like,
Right.
there's some guy or man or woman that's like 20 that broke their foot today that gets a 60 pack of Norco and leaves the ER. and is set up for surgery for their foot, and then an orthopedic, like a surgeon, they're going to continue to prescribe this medicine, and then catch me in 5 weeks. You get me? And you're going to find out what sick really is. And people do not realize that this is not a junky thing. This is like prescription medicine prescribed by doctors is enough to cause physical dependency. It has nothing to do with hunting down a street corner. And if you look like me, I look like I would hunt down a street corner. You feel me?
Oh no, you look
No,
great.
I just am saying, man, like,
so many people are in your same position where they got on a medicine, and here's the problem: is that there's no education when these medications are being prescribed.
Amen.
The doctors should have to educate the patient before writing a prescription for a narcotic pain medication or a narcotic anything. There should be like a requirement for that doctor to educate that patient for so many hours during that. Maybe they have to come in for like a class, 1-day class, to get approved to have that medication. But see, that would make the doctor and that would make the patient actually have to jump through hoops to get that medication, which they should have to, because it's a narcotic and it can cause them more harm if they don't get educated on it.
Yes. Like, you have to educate the public. I got a quick speech. They're like, oh my goodness, you have a brain herniation and 3 blown disc in your neck, and we're going to have to do surgery on your neck. And I'm in a state where they didn't know anything about my brain herniation. So they did surgery on my neck, and it totally messed up something that I was born with. And when they did it, then that issued a whole list of pain meds, like a laundry list. And you try that for like 8 years. And then one day you start to realize that these people, I tried to get physical therapy, and they sent me to a pain management clinic. I had never been to one of those. So it's like basically like a parole officer. Like every time I'm going there, I'm peeing in a cup. And I'm like, man, I've never broke the law. Like, I don't feel obligated to have to do this. And so, bluntly put, I grabbed a cup because this lady kept calling me by a number instead of my name. And I went and did the urinalysis, and she didn't come get it fast enough. And she called me by that number, and I was watching the TV. And called me by that number and said, oh, you're not going to get your prescription. So I threw it at her and walked out of the door. Well, so let me let you know, she was wearing pee, but that day changed my life.
Tell me this: what made you decide that you were going to get off the pain medications, and how did you get off? How did you taper? Did you just taper? Did you jump off? Or what?
Didn't. I 100% stopped. I had a pill bottle of Percocet, 10 milligram Percocet. I sat in front of me because I was bedbound then, laying in a bed. I had bed sores on my shoulder, my hip, my knee, my ankle, every point on your body on one side. So I would lay on my left side and watch TV because that was the only side I could lay on. I turned to my right. I have a brain herniation. It was a lot of surgery that they did. So I was going through a lot of pain too. But because I did that, I was mad at the system. They weren't, I tried to ask them, like, can't you get me some physical therapy? Can't you like help me get to walking better? You know, like anything. They offered nothing. They tried to put me on, oh, goodness gracious, what's that? Opana. I'm like, oh no. No, no. Yeah, I'm like, no. I heard people dying on that. I'm not going to take it. You can skip me. So I'm not going to do it. And they're like, okay, well then we can continue to prescribe this, whatever. But in the end, they wouldn't offer me any kind of like therapy. And like, and I had insurance, but they weren't interested in that. They just want me to come back to this pain clinic and keep filling prescriptions or whatever. And I mean, it was
Right.
like we were in a desolate part of the middle of Jackson, Mississippi. Like, I hadn't been there since I had like dental work when I was 5. And I mean, anyway, there's people selling pills in the parking lot. I mean, it was all bad.
That's
You
the
know,
way it was here too.
yeah,
Pain clinics, and then they'd be outside selling their prescription. And
yep,
that's back in the day. You remember whenever there was commercials and they were saying that OxyContin isn't addictive and that it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I feel
yeah,
like if we could just educate, if people can, if education, like
amen.
if we have, even now, like whenever if I go to the doctor and the doctor gives me something, if I have a infection and he gives me an antibiotic, like I
Right,
am asking questions, like what does this have in it, what does it do? I'm asking so many questions, but that's because
amen.
I have experienced on the other side of things, getting hooked on things, and I've just learned. But what do you do when you're somebody who is in legitimate pain? You need this medication to be able to function because your pain is that bad that this medication is saving your life. It's giving you a better quality of life.
Right.
What then?
Yeah, there's nothing anybody will do. Like, there was nothing that anyone would do. It was the spike of the opioid epidemic in America. And it was like first hitting press all over the news, this many deaths. And I don't care what anyone says, more of those deaths were from fentanyl laced heroin than it was pharmaceutical medicine, but that's for the government to worry about. But but legitimately, I don't. There was nothing I could do. But I can tell you what 6 weeks of withdrawals like 6 weeks. I would sit on a kitchen table by my stove to scramble myself some eggs so I had protein today because
Damn.
I was trying to make myself better. Like
How are
trying
you managing?
everything.
How do you manage your pain now?
I'm good now because, see, it's been 6 years. And so I went to a neurosurgeon and I'm like, hey, what can I do? And he said, listen, do everything you can do to make yourself stronger and don't hurt yourself and don't get back on those meds. And I was like, okay. And so I was like, okay. So I started trying little things like core exercises, like small body, rib cage down exercises, stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
to strengthen my body. I've been stuck in a bed for, like I said, a long time. And, but in the end of it all, I walk without a cane. I tattoo all the time. I don't think about those drugs. Those drugs never, like, my mindset wasn't about those drugs. That's the
Right.
odd thing no one ever talks about is that there is an obsessive behavior, like after doing these meds for this long, that people get actually caught up in psychologically. And I don't think it's anything to do with being weak or strong. I think it's 100% just with someone's went through withdrawal on a mild schedule long enough, or a few times, or enough times, and it builds a little barrier, and it makes it very, very tough for people. But honestly, I stared through a bottle of 10 milligram, 10 milligram Percocets for 6 weeks. And every time I'd look at them, I'm like, I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. I'm not going to take it. I
Do
threw
you
them out my
smoke
car
weed?
window. Nope.
Wow. So you're straight up, no drinking alcohol, nothing.
Mm-mm.
Good job.
Yeah.
That's
I
I
smoke
mean, I'm just
cigarettes.
asking because a lot of people have, I'm just asking because I was thinking maybe since that you had legitimate pain, maybe you were using the medical marijuana. But
Mm-mm.
that's amazing.
No. Well, the real trick to it was for me was that somebody needed to tell me to try to physically rehabilitate myself. But these doctors, they were not attempting any of that. They're trying to write me stronger and stronger and stronger drugs until finally they tried to put me on Suboxone. And I was like,
Yeah.
hey, honestly, I kind of like went, whoa. First off, in my area, and this is no disrespect to anyone on your channel or you, ma'am, in my area, everyone at that time that I knew that was on Suboxone 6 years ago had real drug problems. Like they had genuine, like they were seeking drugs, going to hitting ERs at night and all this stuff. And like, I was like, I'm not taking that because I've got a 13 millimeter brain herniation and my whole neck's titanium. If I take a substitute drug like that in the future, if something happens to me, then it's very possible nobody will be able to take care of me pain wise. And I have to take care of my human. It's the only one I get, you know? So
I totally understand what you're saying, though. Yeah.
But it's tough. And there's a fine line between addiction and dependency, because at the point that you realize you're in dependency, shortly thereafter is a decision that you're going to make that's going to define you as an addict, and it's going to be seeking behavior, you know.
Right.
I never
true.
did.
That's behavior.
Yeah. Yep.
The behaviors are what.
But I've known many.
I've had to work really hard to change those behaviors because when I got on Suboxone, I still had all those negative behaviors, you know, and so it was a lot of hard work retraining my brain, because my brain automatically wanted to take Suboxone like I would take regular drugs. I wanted to overtake it. And you know, it's like, but thank God that
nature of the beast.
Taking more doesn't do anything. But if I was on another medication where it would, I would have done that. I would have taken more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. But it's important that like doctors inform people. Like doctors here, they have to go to like, I don't know, it's only a few weekends of classes in order to prescribe Suboxone. But in order to prescribe somebody Roxy set, they don't have to go to nothing. And they have no training, absolutely no training on how to get you off these drugs. None. They will write you a prescription, but when you need to come off of them, you're having to go to rehab. And if you're a young mother or father, you're going to have to admit you're a drug addict and go to rehab, and your children are in jeopardy now. You know, and all that's wrong. It's all wrong. But
I know so many people that have gotten on medications because they were prescribed them, they were not addicted, and then they needed to get off of it, and their doctor has no idea how to taper them. So many people.
It's not taught. Like medical school doesn't teach these doctors how to get you off the medication. They can write it all day, but there's no class on how to get you off. That's a different medical school they'd have to go to. Like for addiction recovery, like your channel.
Yeah.
No, I mean, seriously.
I'm so glad you came up tonight. I'm so glad I get to see your face and hear your voice.
Yeah. But I mean, it's true. Yeah, it's awesome. But I appreciate your move, man. Like your movement on the internet is such a beautiful thing, Miss Nicole. And I salute you, hun.
I love you, man. You know I love you. Hey, I want to tell you something. We linked your channel in the comments. Everybody was asking if you had a channel. So you're going to get some new subscribers over there.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. I'm tattooing tomorrow. I'm going to video it. But
hell yeah.
I do. I appreciate it. I do. I seriously want to say, I told you before that I caught you through Derek Lambert's videos. You know him.
Oh, right? Yeah. I know Derek.
Yeah. Okay. So I caught you through his videos. I was probably like a year and a half, like clean, when I ran across his first video of him detoxing. And I was like, wow. And I was like, oh my goodness. He's continuing to make videos. Oh my goodness. He's moving to California. Oh my God. He's changing people's lives. Nicole, you're changing people's lives. and I
Nah.
thank God for you.
Look at me. Y'all are changing my life.
Yeah, you're doing it, hon.
You
It
know,
means
you
so
guys help
much.
me. So
It means
y'all,
so
as
much.
much as I help y'all help me too, for real.
Right.
I
It
mean
means
that.
so much, though. It means so much. Like, there's struggling young moms somewhere with children that's fathers have ran off and left them, and some doctor has written them a prescription, and they are fixing to lose their kids. And someone like you is making a change, and I salute you, man. Like, I can cry on camera. I don't have no qualms with
I
I'm
know,
a,
me too.
yeah, I don't have any of that, man. I just don't. Like, I don't have any of that in my heart. Like, I don't shed, I'll cry. I don't care. But I'm trying to say, you're changing people's lives, Nicole. You continue to do it. You're a blessing. God bless you. I thank God for you.
Oh, I love you, man. Thank you so much.
I
I
love
love
you.
you.
You take care,
Be good.
Nicole.
You
Yes,
better
ma'am.
come on again, okay?
We'll
Don't be a
do it.
stranger.
We'll do it.
Okay.
We'll do it. All
Love
right.
you.
Love you.
Ugh, y'all are gonna make me cry up here. Lord help me, Jesus. Okay, you guys, y'all better go subscribe to Tattooer's channel. He's a sweetheart. He lives right over, I think he's Mississippi or Missouri, right over here by me somewhere. Let me read what y'all are saying. You just described me, single mom struggling, and Nicole's channel really helps. You guys help me, okay? Let me explain something to y'all. You guys help me so much, and I would have never, if I hadn't started my channel, I don't even know if I'd be sober today. You know, this has given me such a outlet to like express myself. It's given me an outlet to have support. It's given me purpose. It's inspired me because I get to talk to you guys and I get to see you guys. And y'all help me to be better every single day. And it's accountability for me. So please understand that. You guys help me so, so much. Like, I would not even be here today if I didn't have this channel. It has given me so much purpose to be able to be here and to share my story and to help you guys. It helps me every single day. So thank you so much. It's so helpful to know that you're not alone. Addiction is such an isolating illness. You kind of have to do it, but it doesn't make it any easier. Channels like this one help me to cope in a positive way. Hey, Breakfast Club. This is content says, so glad I caught my first meeting. It's awesome. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. Hit that like button. People like you are an inspiration to people like me. Aw, thank you so much. You guys inspire me. And Breakfast Club, I want you to know I shared your video on my community tab, the I Am Not Anonymous one. And just so you guys know, if any of you guys have channels and you want to participate, we're doing a tag and it's hashtag I Am Not Anonymous. And what you do is you just share in a video 1 to 5 minutes long why you choose to not to be anonymous and why you share your story. And if you do that, upload the video and then send it to me, and I will share it here on my community tab, on my Facebook and in my Facebook groups and on my Instagram. So that way, one, we can show everybody in the recovery community why we are not anonymous. Two, it'll give you a chance to have more exposure so more people can find you and find support. And three, we'll be helping people at the same time. You're going to do it, Misfit Nation? Hells yeah. Hold on. Let me get a pen. Okay. We're having a good time tonight, y'all. I'm staying on later tonight than I normally do because I missed last night. So we're kicking it. Okay. Okay. Hashtag I am not anonymous. I am not anonymous. Okay. And all you do is put that hashtag as the title. Okay. I am not anonymous. And then tag me in the video. And I will, like I said, share it here. I want all of you guys, whoever, Breakfast Club already did it, and Sober Dogs already did it, and Jexy. So we got Breakfast Club, Jexy, and Sober Dogs. Okay. So now Misfit Nation is going to do it. Misfit. Candy needs to do it. Yes, please like and share. That helps me out a lot, you guys. Very inspirational. Yay. Anybody that, are you going to do it, Tattooer? Anybody that wants to do it, I would love for you guys to do it with me. Okay. And here's the thing. I just want to inspire other people to get in with us and share their stories. And I want to help you guys have more exposure for your channels. And so that way, if you do it, I'll share it here on my platform. I know I don't have a big platform, you guys, but I worked my ass off to get to this point. So the 4,800 of you guys that are here, I worked my blood, sweat, and tears to get these people over here. I stay consistently uploading every day. I go live sometimes 3 times a week or 3 times a day. I do videos. I'm always doing something for this channel. So it means a lot to me. And so for me to share that with you and to post a video over here on my platform, it's a big deal. So that's me showing you that, I want to help and that I care. Okay. So I'm the kind of person, like, I work my ass off to get to a certain point, and then I want to help others too. So I always try to help people, especially people that have new channels. So I hope you guys know that I'll help you any way I can. Okay, y'all. Okay, so we have really had a good chit chat tonight. Now, let me think. Okay, so we talked about addiction and dependency. We talked about codependency. I know, Wendy. I am not anonymous. Yes. Hashtag I am not anonymous. I know, Wendy. Things are really sad right now, but you know what? All we can do is support the people that we love and care about, support, and we have to. I wasn't going to talk about that on my channel, but I'll say I have made a video about it, you guys, and I'll just say this. I love and support my Black brothers and sisters. And I have donated to the Black Lives Matter movement. And I will continue to donate to Black-owned businesses and buy things from Black-owned businesses. And those are ways that you guys can get involved and help too, is by supporting Black Lives Matter and Black-owned businesses. Oh, slip versus relapse. Thank you, Drew. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? So, stick together, love each other, lift each other up, no matter what color our skin is. Okay, and that's how we are here. At Real Talk Recovery, we don't see color. There's only one race, and that's the human race. Us addicts and alcoholics, we've gone through, we experience stigma every day, and we don't judge anybody, no matter what. Okay, there you go, tattooer. So here we go, slip versus relapse. Now, here's the thing, you guys. For me personally, I'm the kind of person that I'm not sure how I feel about calling something a slip, but this is what they say. They say that a slip is when you slip. You use a drug, maybe one time, and then you get right back on track. You don't continue the behavior. Okay? A relapse is when you relapse and you stay in that behavior. Okay. So a slip and a relapse doesn't have to even mean drugs or alcohol. It can mean I slipped. Let's say that you are addicted to spending money and that you've been doing really well with not using your credit card. And one day you woke up and you went out and you bought 3 new pairs of jeans on your credit card, but you stopped there and you didn't go back. Okay? That could be a slip because you didn't continue the behavior. The difference between a slip and a relapse is a slip is when you slip, you fall, you get back up. A relapse is when you fall and you stay in it. Okay? Now, the way I believe, and this is just me, I believe that if I slip and I pick up a drink or a drug and I'm in my sobriety, that I should acknowledge that. Because the moment that I try to say, oh, I just slipped and not tell anybody about it, guess what's going to happen? The moment I start minimizing that slip and saying, well, it was just a slip, guess what? That's my addiction talking. If we pick up a drink or a drug, we need to acknowledge it and start over and realize that there's something going on that needs to change. If I was to pick up, I would come here on my channel and I would tell all of you guys, I got high. And then I would start my sobriety day over from the day that I stopped getting high, even if it was just one day. And I would start from there. Because here's the thing, you guys. For me, and this is just me, for me, I have to be accountable. And by me, if I am not holding myself accountable and I am allowing myself to slip every other day, that's what will happen. I'm a drug addict. And if there's a way for me to get over and my addiction is starting to speak to me and I'm saying, well, I just slipped. I just took one pill. I just shot one shot. I just smoked a little doobie. Right then, I'm rationalizing and I'm justifying my addiction. I'm rationalizing and I'm justifying my slip. Therefore, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to keep repeating it. That's why I don't believe in saying it's just a slip. A relapse is a relapse is a relapse. When we pick up a drink or a drug and we get high, we have to acknowledge it, take responsibility, and find out what we can do to prevent that from happening again. Something is going on if we are using. Okay, let me see what y'all are saying. Sorry, guys. Hey, Leonard, you're still here? Love you, man. I love you, Leonard. I really wish you would come share. I love your story. Sorry, guys. I went and bought some and threw it away at the last minute. I call that a slip. If I use, that's a relapse to me. But that's just me. I have to be hard on myself. I'm too good at excusing my own behavior. Same, Breakfast Club. I read your mind. There's a mind game in play that requires a mind change. Yes. And here's the thing, you guys. Nicole, just keeping it real. Love it. Here's the thing, though, you guys. And the reason why I know this is because I've seen it with my own 2 eyes happen with people that I know here on YouTube who have said things like, oh, I just slipped. And I sat there and I watched them set themselves up and they rationalized and they justified why they slipped and that it wasn't a big deal and that it was just this. It wasn't my drug of choice. I was looking at them like, okay. It's weird how our addictions can program our brain that much. Yes, it is crazy. Too many people try to use slip to minimize the issue, and that's exactly what it is. Nicole, did you see the relapse drift question? Oh, hold on, Candy. Does anyone know what the relapse drift is? Like you're drifting into relapse? Like you're doing behaviors that are setting you up? But do you understand what I'm saying? And listen, you guys, like, just and there's nothing to be ashamed of, okay? I'm just sharing with you guys because I've been there. That is our addicted brain's automatic response is to make it seem okay. Okay? Our addiction, that's what it's going to do. It is going to give us permission statements. Well, I just took one, or nobody will really know, or it was just one day. Those are permission statements. And each time we give ourselves permission surrounding our addiction, we are taking steps backwards. Okay. And so that's why honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness, those are the three things are so important in sobriety. If I can't be honest with myself, then I can't stay sober, y'all. And so if I'm picking up a drink or a drug, I'm relapsing. Okay. If I'm around somebody that's using, I'm relapsing. Okay. If I'm sitting there with a bottle of pills in my home, I'm relapsing. Like I'm literally on the edge. And so instead of making excuses, there's no excuse. Okay. Today I'm sober. Today I have a channel called Real Talk Recovery. If I'm sitting here and I have a bottle of Xanax over here, and then I click off here and I go take some Xanax, and then I come back tomorrow when we do a video and I'm sober, Nicole, like that is just the epitome of manipulation, of lying. I'm not, that's not how I get down, but that's how our addiction wants us to do. My addiction wants me to say, nobody will know and it'll be okay. Okay. I deserve a treat if it's been so long. Exactly. Or I used to say that all the time. Or it's Saturday, and I've been doing so good. You know, here's the thing, you guys. In July, I'll have 5 years sober. 5 years. I have never in my life gotten this far in my recovery, and I'm not willing to let it go. I'm not willing to let it go to get high. I am so fucking proud of how far I've come. I have never, the last time I was proud of myself was when I was 17 years old and I was on the dance team. And me and my best friend Shelly, we competed in a dance, and we did a choreography dance duet together, and we won second place. And I was so damn proud of myself. That's the last time I felt proud of me. Okay. So now I'm actually starting to feel proud of myself for once. And it's because I know I'm doing the right thing. Okay. I want to stay sober. I want to do the right thing. I want to help other people. I want to take care of my son. I want to be a good person. It's not a torture for me to stay sober. I don't hate being in recovery. I love it because I feel good about myself for once. I love myself again. I didn't love myself when I was in my active addiction. Leonard put up a video earlier today, and a subscriber had commented to him that he must live a really boring life if he doesn't have anything that he can get high and escape from life with. And I was listening to Leonard, I was listening to your video at work today. And when I heard that, I thought, man, that kid just doesn't understand. It's not that we live boring lives. It's that we want more for ourselves today. We feel good in our own skin today. We want other people to feel good about themselves. We forgive ourselves today. If anything, I have more happiness, freedom, inspiration, love in my recovery life today than I ever did in my dope dealing days, my dope addict days. When I was in my drug addiction, I was a freaking nutcase. I was spun and done every single day. I would steal your dope and help you look for it. I was the epitome of twacked out. You could find me on the corner passed out. Okay? It was not a good time. It was not a good time. But see, back then, I hated myself so much that I had to escape reality. I hated my life. I hated myself. I wasn't proud of myself. I was ashamed. I felt guilt. I was hurting. And that's why I had to escape. Today, I don't have to escape. You know why? Because I love my life today and I love myself today. That's why I don't have to check out. That's why I want to be in reality, because I love my life. I love myself. I hated myself. That's why I was always trying to escape, because I was miserable. I was sick. I was dying. Today I'm living. Today I'm living. I want to live every single day. I don't want to lose my life. I don't want to hurt my family anymore. I don't want to disappoint my mom and dad. I don't want to lose my son. I don't want to lose my husband. I don't want to hurt my mother-in-law. I want to keep living. And that's what I get today. I get an amazing, wonderful life today. And it's all because I am staying sober and I'm doing the right thing. Was it easy for me to get sober? Did it happen overnight? No. It was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done, because it's something that I had to consistently work towards. It was something that I just couldn't stop. I couldn't just get sober one day and stop. I had to keep working every single day. That's what makes recovery a little difficult, is that you don't just achieve sobriety and then stop working. It's something that you have to work and do every single day. That's why it's hard and it's challenging, right? You have to keep on practicing and staying sober and doing the right thing and looking inside of yourself, okay? And giving back and helping others and staying accountable, calling yourself out when you're doing something wrong, being accountable to others. You guys help me stay accountable. When I'm acting a fool, y'all are like, Nicole, settle down now. when I am going off the beaten path, you guys help me get back on track. Paying attention to negative people, or I'm letting the haters distract me. You guys tell me, come on, Nicole, your channel's not about that. Your channel's about helping others. Your channel's about positivity. Let's get back on track. You guys help me, and so that I love my recovery, because today I love myself, and it's not that my life is boring. It's that I don't have to escape reality today, because I don't want to. Because today I'm living a good life, and today I have things to be proud of. And I want you guys to have things to be proud of. And if I can, you can too. You can't ever stop a break from it. Every minute of every day. Yes, that's right. Test of sister. Hold on to them, Nicole, because I lost my family and it sucks. I know, babe. Candy, I know, girl. Listen. I hurt my mom and dad so much, you guys. If anything, I feel bad because I have such an amazing family. And I treated my parents like shit. I have the best mom and dad ever. My mom literally she would give any of you guys too the shirt off her back. And I treated my parents so bad. And the fact that they have forgiven me and they still love me, I'll never understand it, because I don't deserve it, When I was in my addiction, I stole from my parents. I lied to my parents. I manipulated my parents. I put my dad through so much pain and agony watching me killing myself, y'all. And I'm just so grateful that they have forgiven me. But I want you to know something, Candy. I know that you might not be there with your family, and it's, it's a bad situation right now. But I want you to know, girl, that time heals all wounds. And you know what? Who's to say 3 or 4 years from now that you might not be in a different position? So don't give up. Always pray for your mom and your dad and your stepdad, and just know, and your daughter, things will heal and you will have your family in your life again. That's what I did to my partner. 27 years together, and I stole thousands of dollars from him. I'm so blessed that he gave me. Yes. Kristen says, that's how my parents are too. One of the things that I hated, I did. I just want to make them proud again. Forgiveness, Nicole. You have to forgive yourself. So here's the thing, Kristen. I just wanted my dad to be proud of me, right? I have always been a girl that, like, I was seeking that approval from my dad when I was younger. And so when I started using drugs and alcohol, I escaped. I ran from my family. I hid from them because I didn't want them to see me like that, right? And so I was estranged from my parents for years, you guys. I wouldn't go to their house. Nothing. I was away from them because I was getting high, and I knew they didn't approve of that, you know? So I'll tell you the moment that I realized that my dad was proud of me again, and it was such a big deal. This past Christmas, my dad gave me like $500 to buy presents for my son and my husband and for me. And he gave me just straight up cash. And my mom called me a couple days later, and she was like, did you realize that your dad gave you $500 cash? And she goes, he trusts you again. And I mean, it hit me like, he does. He trusts me. He believes in me. And I just like broke down crying because my dad would never give me cash before. He would give me a gift card or a money order or something like that, you know? And so that's when I realized. And my dad's not the kind of dad who goes, I'm proud of you. He just does it in ways by giving me money for my Christmas time, or, just like manly stuff. I couldn't stand to look in their eyes. I felt so ashamed. Yes, I didn't know if I want my mom back in my life after she chose the man. Oh, baby. Candy, I'm so sorry. It did feel good. It did feel good. And here's the thing, you guys, like, my parents are not rich, but now that I have a son, they want to be a part of that and help any way they can. And so for my dad to give me that kind of money was a huge, huge thing for us. And so if that only happens during Christmas, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, y'all. But anyway, I have one more thing I want to tell you guys about. So some of you guys might not remember, but about a year ago, I told you guys a story the other day. I found a guy on the side of the road. His name is Ian, and he was actually a guy I went to high school with, and we ended up raising money, $150, and we put him into a halfway house, right? Well, I haven't talked to him in like 6 months, and I was really worried about him because I knew he had relapsed. Well, I called him today, and he answered, and he had good news. He is sober. He is in a recovery program, and he is living with a girl that we both went to high school with, and they're dating now. And he sounded so good, you guys. And I sat there and I said, man, the reason why I'm calling you is because I just want to make sure you're okay. And I feel like ever since I found him on the side of the road that day, I feel like I'm his angel, And so and I just said, I just need to know that you're sober, because if you're not, I want to help. I want to help you find treatment or help you get into a halfway house. And that's when he gave me all the good news and told me that he was sober, and that I was just so happy to hear it, you guys. And so this is the thing. Even when you think nobody cares, please know something. Know that I think about each and every one of you guys. I am concerned about your sobriety. I want you to stay sober. I want you to be happy. I want you to feel good. I want you to find purpose in your life. Okay. The only thing I have to look forward to is that time does heal all wounds. And when my babies are 18, they'll come find me. Honestly, the only hope I have in life, and I want to be sober when they come looking. Exactly, Carly. And you're going to do it, girl. Yes, yes, Candy. That's it. Yes. Hey, Carly, what can I ask you a question? Were your kids taken from you indefinitely, or can you not get them back? And I know we've been on here for a while, you guys, but I want you guys to understand something. You all are so important to me. Okay. I know that I can't call every single one of you every day, but I want you to know, those of you guys that are in Patreon and in our membership, and I come in there and I let you know, I love you guys. Okay. You guys mean so much to me. And I wish that I could have everybody in there so we could all have a personal relationship, But as my channel grows, there's more and more people, and it gets harder and harder and harder for me to have every person, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to make sure that I let all of you guys know how much and how important each and every one of you are to me. Okay? And I don't take this lightly. This channel is very important to me, and each and every one of you guys are very important to me. And I am invested in y'all's sobriety, and I want to support you every step of the way in your recovery. And if you want me to be a direct part of your sobriety, all you have to do, like I said, join Patreon, or you don't have to join. Text me on the Real Talk Recovery line, so that way I can I can get to know you personally. But if you want to support the channel and you want to be in Patreon and do the workouts and all that stuff with us, join Patreon, and then you'll be in there with all of us. There's so many of us in there. It's like so many people in there, you guys, and it is amazing. But I have filed an appeal. But if this doesn't go through, then yeah. Well, Carly, I will help you any way I can. If there's anything I can do, if you want to start calling me and we can start talking on the phone one-on-one, I will help you any way I can to get your babies back. I will help you work through the steps. I will be an advocate for you. I will talk to your lawyers and your and the judge. You just let me know, girl. I will be there and I will help you, but you have to utilize me. Yes, that's right, Candy. My son's, you're right. Yes. If you want my help, you have to utilize me. If you don't call me and text me, then I don't know that you need it. Why? Was it because of the Suboxone, Carly, or no? Hold on just a second. Let me get my phone. Hey, Nate. Hey, Tuka. I need my phone, kid. No, it didn't. What is that? Talking to my people. Okay. We're having a good time. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. We are having a good meeting tonight. I hope y'all don't mind. Yes, Carly. I will help you any way I can. So, like I was saying, you guys, if any of you guys need support or help, just let me be there for you. Utilize me as your recovery support. You can utilize me as a recovery coach. But you have to reach out so I can help you. Okay? All right. Yes, I will help you, but you have to call me, right, Candy? Candy knows because Candy went through it too. Candy has some stuff going on. She called me and I helped her. But that's the thing, right, Candy? That if you need the help, you have to stay consistent and you have to call me, right? And so I'm not going to chase you down, okay? But I am here and I am available. I am available to help anybody. Okay. What's going on with y'all's comments? Yay, Freya's back. Let me see. Okay. Crap. They said because they terminated my rights to my sons. I don't either. But I'll tell you this, it's because it helps me stay sober, so don't even get it twisted. You know, I'm not trying to do this for attention. I'm not trying to do this because I think I'm better than anybody. The reason why I do this is because it helps me stay sober. So like I said, if you need support or you need help, all you have to do is utilize me. I've never told anyone outside of my family any of this. I can't believe I even said it here. Carly, we love you. Yes, call me and I will be there. Candy, thank you, girl. Because sometimes I feel like people think that I'm just saying that, and I'm not. Like, but that's the thing. A lot of times people will want me to be there, but they won't utilize me. Or they'll say they'll join Patreon and then they won't ever come into the chat or be there with us, you know? So yes, we love and support you. Now tell me, is there anything else that anybody needs to talk about? Let me see. I'm trying to see if anybody texted me. Hold on. Hey, Nancy. Who's calling me from an unknown number and keeps on calling? Just so you know, if you're calling from an unknown number, then I don't have it. I can't answer it, honey. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. I don't answer blocked calls. Is that good, Nancy, or is that bad? Yeah, we're all here to support you, Carly. We love you, girl, okay? And Nancy, is that good, Nancy, or is that not good? Troll patrol. Yeah, it's probably a troll calling my phone trying to be, who knows? Who knows? But I don't answer blocked numbers. So if you want to call, you have to call with your phone number showing. Let me. Oh, good. Good. Hey, where are you at? Oh, it just said you were driving on your phone. Okay. All right. Okay, well, we got food, so come on home. I mean, I made spaghetti and we have pizza still and all kinds of stuff. All right. Was not in there. Okay. Yeah, I don't, like 10 or 11. All right. I love you. Bye. Sorry, guys. That was Neil. Oh, it's okay, you guys. So anyway, you know, I know how to trust her. So let's do it. Let's do a quick evening meditation, and then we'll see each other later. So let me get our evening meditation. Oh, it's right here. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Yeah. Ready all night long. Rock. Steady rocking all night long. Okay, here we go, guys. Bada bing, bada boom. When we retire at night, we constructively review our day. Were we resentful, selfish, dishonest, or afraid? Do we owe an apology? Have we kept something to ourselves which should be discussed with another person at once? Were we kind and loving toward all? What could we have done better? Were we thinking of ourselves most of the time? Or were we thinking of what we could do for others, of what we could pack into the stream of life? But we must be careful not to drift into worry, remorse, or morbid reflection, for that would diminish our usefulness to others. After making our review, we ask our higher powers forgiveness and inquire what corrective measures can be taken. Okay? So, go through your checklist and ask yourself right now, was I resentful? Was I selfish? Was I dishonest or afraid? And do I owe somebody an apology? Have I kept anything to myself that I need to share with somebody else? Okay? Was I kind and loving towards all? And that's my checklist every night before I go to bed. 3 things that you guys are grateful for. I'll start off. 3 things. Drop them in the comments. I'm grateful for the Real Talk Recovery family. I'm grateful for my trainer, Nick, from First Step Recovery and Fitness. And I'm grateful for my sobriety. All right, you guys, I feel like I've been on here forever, so I will let y'all go to sleep now or go to another channel if you want to. I love you guys. Thank you for everybody that came out to the meeting this evening. I feel like it was a really good meeting. We've been on here for 2 hours and 20 minutes. So, Drew says the Real Talk Recovery crew, family, and sobriety. Yes, yes. You guys, I'm grateful for my relationship with God and for my sobriety and my family. Hey, MVP, didn't you want to come up and share? Let me get the link. Did you want to come up and share still? My daughter, Hannah, Real Talk Recovery and Technology. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Nancy. Hey, Gary, what's up, hun? How are you doing? Did you want to come up and share, MVP? Here's the link to Patreon if any of y'all want to join. My wonderful mother who loves me as I am, my partner who still loves me after 27 years, and people who are brave enough to share their story and support others in their sobriety. Amen, girl. I'm grateful for my sobriety, my friends, and all of y'all. Just chilling, huh, Gary? For those of you guys that are patrons, remember that Sunday night is our patron only live stream. So that will happen Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, if any of you ladies out there need any makeup, I am going to be going through my makeup tomorrow and just getting rid of the lot. I have a lot of makeup that I don't use that's fairly new, and I will disinfect it. And if anybody wants any of it, all you have to do is DM me or text message me on the Real Talk Recovery phone line, and I will make boxes up for everybody with some makeup in it. We're going to do that tomorrow. Me and Nate are going to go to Hot Springs to see my mom and go to the lake. So I'll take you guys with me and we'll vlog and stuff and hang out. And that will be a good time. But this Sunday, patrons and members only live stream. Tomorrow, vlog and go into the lake. And yeah, okay, and makeup. So just let me know and I'll split it up because it's going to be quite a bit. So I'll be able to split it up throughout. That's what I did last time. Last time I gave it to I think Candy, Jamie, Jexie, a whole bunch of girls got some makeup. So it's not like there's not going to be enough to go around. You know what I mean? I have a lot. I need to get some money so I can join. Send me your sunrise palette, please. Candy, I'm not getting rid of that sunrise palette, girl. But if I do get rid of a palette, I will send it your way. You know I will. Oh, don't worry, Gary. We're just going to go swimming. My little boy, we're not going on a boat or anything. But if I do go on the boat, I will be careful. But I'll be careful in general no matter what. But yes, y'all, I have a lot of really cool makeup. And so makeup, and then I'm also going to be going through Nate's old clothes. So if any of you guys have little boys that are like 5T, 4T, 3T, let me know because I'm going to be getting his clothes and stuff together and donating those. So if any of you guys have little boys, text me on the Real Talk Recovery phone line. And I will send it your way. And also, one more thing. Gosh, I have so much stuff, you guys. My husband just went through a bunch of shirts. Girl, that's a brand new Natasha Denona palette. I'll tell you what I am getting rid of, though. I'm getting rid of a Natasha Denona cheek palette. So, my husband also went through a bunch of t-shirts and stuff. So if any of you guys need cheap t-shirts and you don't mind, they're clean. They're clean and they're good t-shirts to like sleep in or just wear outside, you know, with a pair of shorts, just casual. Just let me know, you guys. I have a lot of stuff I'm getting rid of, so I don't mind sending it to your way because I try to I know I love taking stuff from my family. I take hand-me-downs, okay? I take shoes, I take anything. So let me know if you need anything, and I got you, okay? All right, you guys. I love you guys. Be good, and I'll see y'all tomorrow when we go to the lake, okay?